Hi everyone, this is Caroline from Thought Farmer. I'm here today to introduce you to our new collaborative drafts feature in Thought Farmer. Collaborative drafts is a new way to work together with coworkers on content before you make it public on your intranet. It's replacing the older private mode, which you would have seen whenever you create or edit a piece of content on your intranet. But with collaborative drafts, we're really aiming to make it as easy as possible for people to work together on content before publishing it onto the intranet, really having a way to finalize content in collaboration with some of your coworkers. So let's take a look to see how it works. I'm here on my human resources team space, and I'm going to imagine that I want to create a new space to provide some information for our staff on the new benefits package that we're rolling out this year. So I'm going to go ahead here, add a new page, and I'll call this Benefits 2024. I can provide a little bit more information in the editor if I want. I can choose my right content type, and then I can publish it right away. Or as you can see here where we used to see the private option, I can toggle this button on to make this a draft section. As soon as I do, I can see that I now have an option to add collaborators. It also lets me know that I am currently the only one who can view this page if I were to save it. Let's go ahead and add some collaborators here. So I'm going to click on collaborators. And for now, I will add Abigail and Marcella. Once I add my collaborators, you will see that they show up here in this list of collaborators underneath my own name. Right now, though, I am the only one who can publish the content. Abigail and Marcella will be able to view the benefits section. They will be able to make edits to it, but in the current scheme of things, I am the only one as the page owner who can publish this page. If I wanted to give Abigail, for example, the option to publish the page as well, once we're happy with it, I can just slide this toggle here and give her the right permission. Another thing that's optional from this collaborative view is I can add everybody who is currently an editor or has edit permissions on my human resources team as editors or collaborators on this new space automatically. So I'll click on add all editors, and now we'll see that a few additional people and some security groups have shown up as well. I'll just need to re-add Marcella and Abigail as well. There we go. I can now save this page, and once I do, you'll see that it does still indicate that this page or this section is in draft mode. It also gives me a list of a little preview of who the collaborators are on this section. And now, of course, I can build out this section further. So if I wanted to add a draft policy, I can go and click add here, make a new page underneath the benefits 2024 section, and I'll call that one new benefits policy. I'll add my page content here. And again, you can see that this page, because I created it under the section that is in draft mode, it's going to create any new page underneath it in draft mode as well, until the moment I publish the parent page, Benefits 2024, and then at that point in time, all of the pages underneath it will be published as well. So I'm going to make a few changes to the content. I'll click on save, and again, you'll see this page is still in draft. It's only visible by myself and any other collaborators that I have identified on the Benefits 2024 section. So if I go back to the Benefits 2024 section, you can see how this all gets built out. It's all in draft mode. What I want to do now is just give you a different view of this particular collaborative edit. And I'm going to log out as myself and log in as Marcella, who is one of the people I have invited to collaborate. So I'll click on sign out. And now I'm signed in, as you can see, as Marcella. If I open my notifications menu here, you are going to see an alert that Caroline has created a new page and I was added as a collaborator. So if I click on Benefits 2024, again, I can see this because Caroline marked me as a collaborator. Other people will still not be able to see this. I can go into the drafts page. I can go ahead and edit any of these paragraphs on this page. And I can save those changes. Note that I don't have the option to turn off draft mode here. I can't publish this page. I've only been invited to be a collaborator who can edit the content, but ultimately in this scenario, it is up to Caroline to decide when the draft is finalized and when she wants to publish the page. So let's go back and do just that. We'll sign back in as Caroline. And then when we go into the HR section and we find our new benefits draft section, I can now decide that I am okay to have this published. I can turn the draft mode off, at which point I see the publish option again, and I can go right ahead and make this content available for everyone who has the right permissions in the HR section. Now you can do the same thing too with other pieces of content, for example, news articles. If I go and finalize my benefits section, we have all the new policies in there, all of the information is ready for our staff. I can now go ahead and create a news post for that. So I can go here, click on add. I can say new benefits available. I can add some content in this page and draft my news article. And I can do the same thing. I can create a draft. I can add my collaborators. Maybe in this case, it's only Abigail that I want to check this off with. I'll add her. I'll make sure in this case that she also has publish rights on this page, and I'll click on done. Now, if you are in the habit of creating news articles and setting a future publish date, you can do that still. And you don't have to worry, even if you set a publish date of, let's say, 2 days from now, and you save the news article, the future publish date will not be actually publishing the news article until the moment where you have manually turned off the draft and have published the news article. So even setting a future publish date is still something that is not going to automatically publish that news article unless you or Abigail in this case have published that news article. Again, it will show up for you both on this page as well as on the main HR feed. If that is what you're looking at, it'll always indicate that this is, in this case, a future post, and it's also still in draft. So it's only visible for yourself as well as any collaborators you have identified on that specific news item. As always, keep in mind that super administrators or content administrators on your intranet will always be able to see news articles or other types of content on the site that are marked as draft, as they are able to see all content. So that's it, collaborative drafts. We really hope that this is taking your content editing and collaboration to the next level. A lot more flexibility in terms of who you invite to work together before releasing content to your wider audience. And as always, give it a try. Let us know if you have any feedback or any questions. We are always there to help you make the best out of this feature.